tayong
Ready
program.
ka na? Ready ka na?
Oo.
Dali lang naman, madadali lang naman. Well, on the show, we've got the latest NBA and PBA scores, semifinal action in the Spikers Turf and UAP Women's Basketball Tournament. And we also talked to members of the Philippine floorball team about the upcoming World Floorball Championships. I'm Andre Felix, and Denise Tan will be with me shortly, sitting in for Cheska Liton Calao. And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves, let it! Victor Moves puts it on. Unbelievable!
Gemma on the left side.
Oh, the pass! Knocking another one!
Bakunas rejecting Estevo for the
The New York Knicks take the top spot in the East, Group A of the Emirates NBA Cup. The Knicks beat the Orlando Magic here 121-106 to complete a 4-0 sweep of their group in the in-season tournament. Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson top scoring for the Big Apple, dropping 23 and 21 points respectively. Knicks swingman Josh Hart also made his mark with a triple-double of 11 markers, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. Both the Knicks and Magic are through to the NBA Cup quarterfinals. Orlando needed to avoid losing by 37 points to move on to the next round. In the regular season standings, though, the Knicks have tightened their grip on the fourth spot in the East with a 13-8 win-loss slate. The Magic are still the third seed, but are now ahead by just one game. And here's Orlando coach Jamal Mosley talking about the next step for his squad.
You have to flush this one. I mean, you take the lessons from it. You know, obviously the things that they do that hurt us, which is, again, you can focus on the turnovers and how they happened. A lot of it was because we did end up turning shots down and we played in a crowd. The other side of it was just, you know, a little bit of carelessness with the basketball. So you look at that for tomorrow night and say, in order for us to give ourselves a chance in each game, we've got to take care of the basketball, which we've said from training camp. And this is one of those moments that we've got to, you know, evaluate and look at it and say, listen, take care of the basketball, keep sharing the basketball. When you're open, step into it with confidence and don't turn it down because that creates more turnovers.
And it's a sweep as well for the Milwaukee Bucks in the East Group B. Their latest win comes at the expense of the Detroit Pistons' 128-107 victory. Besides reaching the NBA Cup quarterfinals, Milwaukee has also won 7 straight games and 9 out of their last 10. Dame Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo lived up to the billing as the Bucks' main attractions. Dame Time and the Greek Freak combined for 55 points as the Bucks eliminate the Pistons from the in-season tourney. The Bucks had a slow start to the season, going 2-8 in their first 10 games. Since then, Dame and Giannis have picked up the pace to lead the Bucks to their current hot streak. Milwaukee is now 2 games above 500, sitting at 5th place in the East with a record of 11 wins and 9 defeats. Detroit, on the other hand, slides to 11th with 9 victories and 14 losses. After the game, Dame Lillard spoke about the Bucks' renewed focus.
I think over the last couple of weeks we've been growing as a team, and we just keep making strides in the right direction. And I think coming into this game, like you said, they knew it was a big game for them, but it was a big game for us too. You know, it's another opportunity to win a road game, opportunity to advance in the cup, closer towards, you know, getting to Vegas, and also closer towards becoming the team that we want to continue to become. And that shoot around, it was a level of seriousness and focus, and it didn't seem like forced or like everybody was trying to overly be focused. We just, we knew what we was here to do, and I think it carried over into the start of the game. Obviously, they made some shots, they had some moments, but I think we sustained it pretty much for the whole game.
As for the Phoenix Suns, well, they made sure to get a win on a historic night for Devin Booker. The Suns took down Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs 104-93. Book surpassed 50,000 career points with his first bucket of the night. The 28-year-old shooting guard ended up with a game-high 29 points, shooting almost 48% from the field in a perfect 5 out of 5 from the line. D-Book did have to lead the Suns after Kevin Durant left the game due to an ankle injury in the second period. Despite the win, the Suns failed to advance in the NBA Cup quarterfinals as a wild card entry after the Dallas Mavericks defeated the Memphis Grizzlies. But Phoenix is now 6th in the West alongside the Golden State Warriors with a record of 12 victories and 8 defeats. San Antonio stumbles to an 11-10 win-loss slate. They're also out of the NBA Cup. At the post-game press conference, D-Book gave his thoughts on his latest achievement.
Oh man, it's so many. I can't narrow it down to one. But I'm super grateful for the opportunity that I've been in here. All the vets that have been around me that took me in as a little brother. All the screens that were set for me, starting with Tyson Chandler. Not many young players get an opportunity that I have. So, I got a chance to just embrace it. Keep my head down and keep growing.
8 more games on tap today in the NBA Emirates Cup.
Let's check out the results. The Cleveland Cavaliers lean on a balanced offense as they take down the Washington Wizards 118-87 behind 7 guys scoring double figures. The Philadelphia 76ers earned their first back-to-back wins this season after beating the Charlotte Hornets 110-104. Then it was Scotty Barnes leading the way with a career-high 35 points for the Toronto Raptors as they deal the Indiana Pacers a 122-111 defeat. Meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Thunder advanced to the NBA Cup quarterfinals after a 133-106 dub over the Utah Jazz. The Dallas Mavericks overcome a 15-point deficit to repulse the Memphis Grizzlies 121-116. The Sacramento Kings catch fire and hit 15 straight baskets to put down the Houston Rockets 120-111.
Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic tallies 38 points and grabbing 10 boards in a Denver Nuggets 119-115 dub over the Golden State Warriors. And lastly, Norman Powell and James Harden teaming up to push the LA Clippers past the Portland Trailblazers 127-105. And with that, the NBA Cup knockouts are set. As you can see on your screens right now, the Rockets will take on the Warriors, and the winner of that will play whoever advances between the Mavs and the Thunder. Over at the East, the Knicks will go head-to-head with the Hawks, and whoever gets through will face the winner between the Magic and the Bucks. The NBA Cup quarters will take place next week from December 11 to 12. Meanwhile, back here at home, the Northport Batang Pier lean on defense to dismantle the Magnolia Hotshots in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. The game was neck and neck for the most part, but Northport was able to create separation in the payoff period with Northport up just 1. That big shot, Joshua Munzon draining a clutch 4-pointer to give the Batang Pier a 5-point lead with less than a minute to go. The advantage even went up to 7, but Magnolia was able to exploit Northport's late-game errors to make it a little bit interesting. Fran Yu iced the game with a couple of free throws in the dying seconds. Final score after that one, 107-103. Munzon obviously was named best player of the game with 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 steals. Import Kadeem Jack and Arvin Tolentino also combined for 57 markers. For Magnolia, rookie Jerome Lastimosa had his breakout game with 27 points, but it was not enough as import Ricardo Ratliff was only limited to just 10 points. Northport as a team had 15 steals and forced 24 turnovers. The Batang Pier are still unblemished after 3 games, while the Hotshots dropped to 1-2. Here's Northport assistant coach Renzi Bahar talking about the team's first win against Magnolia in 3 seasons.
Ito yung motivation namin going to this game. For the past 3 years or 2 years, hindi pa namin natatalo yung Magnolia. But give credit to all the players, especially yung mga first group namin na nag-step up during the crucial minutes of the game.
Just wanted to be aggressive. I felt like I was open a lot of the time. I had Fran looking up. A lot of my teammates were looking up, and I was getting out in transition, so they were just finding me in transition. And then, that last shot, I was open. I got the switch I wanted, and he just didn't guard me.
And guest team Hong Kong Eastern is also shooting for a 3rd straight win of the conference as they face the rain or shine Elasto Painters. But it was a rain or shine that had the early advantage, which they maintained after the first quarter. Import Dion Thompson saw action for the first time for the Elasto Painters. Rain or Shine's lead reached as high as 13 points in the second quarter, and the Elasto Painters carry a 43-34 cushion at the break. Thompson already has 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals at the half. And in the UAP, the USC Growling Tigresses get their shot at a repeat. Find out how they held off the Adamson Lady Falcons to book a return ticket to the women's basketball finals. Play-by-play will be right back.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play only on One News. The Philippine floorball team are getting ready to compete on the biggest stage of the sport again, and they will play in the 2024 Men's World Floorball Championships happening in Malmö, Sweden from December 7th until the 15th.
And this will be the country's third consecutive trip to the Men's Floorball World Championship. And joining us live via Zoom to talk about their preparations, we have with us members of the Philippine Men's Floorball team. We have Simon Anderson, Melvin Mendoza, and Ludwig Hemmingborg Poral. Good evening, guys, and welcome to Play-by-Play.
Good evening from Manila.
Hello.
And yeah, good afternoon there. What's up, guys? Hi, hello, Simon, Melvin, and Ludwig.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
No, thank you. Thank you. The pleasure is ours here. Denise, you want to take first
Yeah,
crack? Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you guys will be competing soon. What has been the biggest challenge in preparing for the 2024 Men's World Floorball Championships?
Yes, so we have had a camp every month this since the summer, and we have had a good team, and yeah, So we are feeling really prepared now.
I just want to follow up.
Go
Just
ahead.
because I know for athletes, it's not just about preparing your bodies, it's also about preparing your minds, your emotion, keeping yourself together
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
What are you guys doing to be prepared in all aspects? Ludwig, maybe you can say something, or yeah, Simon.
We are trying to stay together as a team as much as possible. Half a year ago, we were in the Philippines playing the qualifications, and the preparation started already over there. So over half a year now, we're really starting to come together as a team. So it feels really good now till this tournament.
Ludwig, this is the Philippines' third, as we mentioned earlier, it's a third consecutive trip of the Philippines to the World Floorball Championships. How do you guys plan to do better here, build on your experience from the previous tournament, and of course, you want to do better here on the third trip of the Philippines to this World Championships?
Yes, that's correct. And since you mentioned it's our third consecutive time, and I do think that we have to keep that in mind, so to speak, because that speaks for our experience now. And we have to utilize our previous experiences being on the biggest stage and use that to our advantage to reach even higher goals and be better than last time, so to speak.
Sorry, Ludwig, what is the realistic goal for this third time? Are you aiming to place, maybe get a medal, maybe in the podium? What's a realistic goal for you guys this time around?
For this time and for the previous tournaments as well, realistically speaking, our main goal is to become the best Asian team, or AOFC team, so Asian Oceania as well, which means that we have to be placed better than other teams such as Thailand and Australia. And we also have a goal to beat a European team and maybe Canada that we are facing as well. So realistically speaking, and if we are talking about the goals that we have set up for this tournament, that's where we are right now.
Melvin, how do you, because Ludwig just spoke about the certain goals of the team, but how do you balance out, having those quote-unquote realistic goals and wanting to be the best of the best, and how confident are you that you'll be able to reach that bar that you guys are setting up for yourselves?
Yeah, so when you're playing for the country and you play a game, you always try to win the game, and it doesn't matter what team we are facing. We always try to win. Then we are ranked 15 in the world right now, but and there's 16 teams on the World Floorball Championships. So yeah, we want to play our best, but it's a hard tournament. So yeah, but as Ludwig said, our goal is to become the best Asia Oceania team, and if we do that, we also qualify for the World Games this summer. So yeah, we are really gonna to do our best to be the best Asia team.
I can feel the confidence of you guys, even through Zoom. I can feel that you guys are really confident. You're gonna make us really proud. Simon, I want to turn to you. So, of course, if we talk about the Philippines, diba, Denise, it's basketball, volleyball, football. Now, floorball is sort of gaining ground here in the country. So, how has floorball, in your opinion, grown here in the Philippines, and at the same time, the impact that you guys will bring? What do you think will that do, especially with the growth slowly of the sport here in our country?
Well, first of all, I believe floorball is a really good sport for the Philippines to practice, because it doesn't require that much. It's like basketball. You only need like some sort of indoor court and a stick and a ball and and some goals. And when we were here half a year ago, we saw that it's already been established floorball in schools and such, and it's really fun to see that we have been a part of that development. Especially one of our guys in the team, our captain Lucas Öjvall, he has been really good with developing the sport in the Philippines, and I believe that it will only to keep growing in the country.
Ludwig, let me go back to you, and all three of you can chime in. What does it mean to you that you guys have this platform, that you'll be able to not just promote the sport, but inspire, younger generation to get into it, and in the future possibly represent the Philippines in the world stage?
Yeah, it means the world to us. It's, as you say, being able to compete on the biggest stage in this particular sport also means that we show, especially to the kids in the Philippines, that you can dream big, and that anything's possible, so to speak, even for floorball in Philippines, which is a new undiscovered sport, so to speak. So being on the biggest stage means that we really can show yes, for partly for ourselves, but especially for our country, and that this is possible.
Finally, what do you guys want to say? What message do you want to, Melvin, maybe you can do it, to all the young athletes also aspiring to be, to represent the country, to play floorball, and at the same time want to follow your footsteps, and hopefully one day can play in the World Championships like you guys?
Yeah, I hope that you're gonna watch, and a good way to learn more about the sport is to watch the sport. And now it's a good opportunity to watch or play in the biggest stage of floorball. So yeah, if you watch, and if you get some tips from us, and show what we are doing, maybe if you practice a lot, you can also play with us.
And maybe after the tournament, and if you guys win, we're rooting for you. Come by here in the studio, okay? Doors of this show always open to you guys. And maybe you can teach us also, how to play the sport. Thank you once again for joining us. The best of luck to our Philippine team competing in the 2024 Men's World Floorball Championships happening in Malmö, Sweden from December 11th to 15th. Again, we just had Simon Anderson, Melvin Al Mendoza, and Ludwig Hemenborg Poral of the Philippine Floorball team. Thank you.
Maybe we can try that out. We just need a stick, according to them.
Stick daw eh.
Stick lang daw. But moving on to the UAP, it's USC versus NU once again in the finals of the women's basketball tournament. The Growling Tigresses are back in the championship round to defend their crown after knocking out the Adamson Lady Falcons in the stepladder semi 71-59. USC appeared poised for an easy victory after opening with a dominant 21-4 start. But Adamson fought back with a strong second quarter, closing the first half on a 14-2 run to seize a 37-35 lead at the break. Kent Pastrana put the Tigresses back on top, leading a decisive 17-5 rally in the third quarter. Pastrana did it all for USC with 23 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. USC will now prepare to face NU in a best-of-3 championship series, with Game 1 set for December 8th at 1 p.m. at the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Let's give credit also to Adamson, kay Coach Ryan and your girls talaga. They give us a hard time talaga. Salute to them. It's all total team effort, and at the end of the day, yung defense namin dictated second half against Adamson.
Siguro yun nga, bumalik kami ng second half, nag-regroup kami ulit kung ano yung kailangan namin i-adjust, kung ano yung mga mali namin. And yun, nagsimula kami sa defense, ayun, parang ginawa na din namin kung ano yung kailangan nila.
And when play-by-play returns, the Signal HD Spikers and Crisscross King Crunchers are off to strong starts in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference semifinals. More details on that after the break. Stay tuned. King Crunchers come out swinging in the semifinal round of the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. The King Crunchers made quick work of the DN Steel FEU Ultras for a 25-21, 25-21, and 25-11 victory. Crisscross overwhelmed the young FEU squad, whom they previously beat in 4 sets during the eliminations. Isay Marasigan was named the player of the game after delivering 12 points and 4 excellent digs. This is now the King Crunchers' 7th straight win and are now 1-0 to start the semifinals. The Signal HD Spikers are also off to a strong start in the semis. Signal beat the Savage Spin Doctors in straight sets, 25-21, 25-21, 25-20. The HD Spikers getting their revenge against the only team to beat them in the elimination round. Luis Ramirez led the way for Signal with a game-high 17 points. This is now the HD Spikers' 8th straight win as they look to continue their run in their upcoming semis matches. Meanwhile, the PBL All-Filipino Conference continues tomorrow at the Smart Araneta Coliseum in Quezon City. First up, it will be another battle of sister teams as the Farm Fresh Foxies and Zeus Coffee Thunderbells battle it out at 4 p.m. Both Farm Fresh and Zeus Coffee are coming off victories. They will look to build a win streak before the break. Then for the main event, the Petrogas Angels go for their 2nd straight win as they face the Akari Chargers. That match is at 6:30 p.m. The Angels did have an 11-day break following their win over Farm Fresh on November 23. As for the Chargers, they will look to end their 2-game skid after falling to the Foxies and Creamline Cool Smashers.
You know what time it is? Time for me to head to the big screen and take a look at our highlight reel that features plays from the NBA, the PBA, and the UAAP. Denise, stay tuned. I'm going to make you choose later on. First up, let's go to the NBA in the Emirates NBA Cup. Victor Wembanyama, take a look from the point guard, CP3. And that lob facing the opposite direction, count the basket plus the foul on Devin Booker. He just makes it look so easy. Well, thankfully, Wemby now has a point guard in CP3 here. Wemby had 15 points, 13 rebounds. In a losing effort, though, the Suns win here 104-93. But what a play to be tall and athletic here in Denver. Jokic over to Brown, who misses, and guess who's there to clean it up? MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., come flying in. Look at that, coming from the other side with that one-handed flush. And look at the 3 Warriors watching MPJ and on that play. Take a look again. 3 Warriors just staring at MPJ. Nuggets win 119-115, and they continue to assert their mastery over the Warriors after their 8th straight win over Golden State. And last play from the NBA at least. Here's Doncic, Luka, the lob to Derek Lively Jr. Caught a body there on that play. Heads up, nothing you can do there. Luka draws attention, then throws it up to Derek Lively Jr. Look at him just knocking down JJJ. Hard to stop that connection. Perfect pass from Lively. And Luka finished with a monster double-double, 37 points, 12 boards to go along with 4 assists. Lively also had 17 markers, double-double, and 11 boards. Mavs win here over the Grizz, 121-116. From the NBA, let's go to the PBA. I was talking about this earlier. Munzon for 4. Bang, 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 bang. 4 bangs to give Northport a breather and a 5-point lead, 100-95. Less than a minute to go on a switch. It was Aryo Bustas to guard Munzon. Ratcliffe sagged, giving Munzon daylight, who finished with 25 points, 9 boards, 5 steals, as Northport beats Magnolia here 107-103, still flawless, 3-0 in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. Now, lastly, from the UAAP step ladder, take a look at this. One-handed pass to the other end, and then all the way for the lip. Count the basket plus the foul to Bridget Santos. That pass was just enough to avoid Chris Padilla's attempted interception. Take a look again. Oh, no foul. Okay, just a timeout. I thought there was a foul. But she finished with 23 points, 16 boards, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. UST defeat the Adamson Soaring Falcons and setting up a rematch with the NU Lady Bulldogs here. That will be another great series, best of 3. So your favorite
I have three. Pwede ba tatlo?
Sige, pwede.
I like the lively heads up or get out of the way.
Okay.
Number 2 is, of course, USC, just cause. Don't question me on
Syempre,
that.
okay.
Syempre,
Go, Ste.
yung pinakagusto ko, yung speed mo. Bang! 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 Bang!
Apat yun eh. 4-point shot eh.
4-point shot.
But thank you, Denise, for that.
Ikaw ang top 1 ko. Okay. But let's move on. And before we go, we want to congratulate, of course, 2-time Olympic medalist Nesty Petesio for yet another milestone. Petesio was promoted by the Philippine Coast Guard following her bronze medal finish at the Olympic Games Paris 2024. Petesio went from being a petty officer second class to a petty officer first class. The 32-year-old boxer has been part of the PCG since her silver medal finish in the Tokyo Olympics 2021. Petesio already hopes to have one more shot at elusive gold come LA 2028. Although boxing has yet to be included in the lineup of events at the next Summer Olympics.
Galing, Nesty. You are actually with Nesty sa Paris Games, di ba?
Oo.
So congratulations. Galing talaga, no? Galing ni Nesty. Continue to make us proud. And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
Thank you for sitting in for Cheska.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan sitting in for Cheska Liton Calao. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.